Yes, 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 yes. What's going on, man? What's going on, man? We don't need any charts today. The market's going up. But we do need to have a conversation. A couple things. Here we go. Let's bring up Instagram. The gram. Hope everybody's doing okay. What's up, man? I gotta take this down just a tab. Hopefully it's not too loud out here, man. It's loud as fuck out here on my end. So, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram. Hopefully it's not too dark. It was pretty dark in the video I saw the other day. Got the Money Flow attire. I know some of you guys don't even have a Money Flow shirt. I thought you loved me. Actually, you hate me. If you don't have a shirt, you hate me. You know we're not friends, right? Some of you guys claim to be my friends, don't even have a shirt. What kind of friend doesn't buy something that another friend sells? Like if your friend had a restaurant, wouldn't you eat there? What the fuck, man? Some of you guys, I know you don't have a shirt because I ain't sold as many of them as you guys follow me. So obviously you don't like me. I wish you liked me. I really did. I wish we were friends because if you were my friend, I don't know, man. I wish we were friends. Apparently we're not friends. So, but let me tell you something, man. I was thinking this today. Someone in the group posted something. I'm not picking on you, but the point is true. One thing I always tell people, never. There's a thing in this world called the straight line. I'll buy one. Where are they? Moneyflowmerch.com, man. Come on, man. Moneyflowmerch.com. What is wrong with you? There's a thing called the straight line, man. Jordan Belfort made this concept famous. Jordan Belfort was one of the greatest salesmen of all time. He was a con man, but he was a great salesman. And it's called the straight line. And it is this. You are going from here to there. Anything else that takes you left or right is off of the straight line and off of the path that you're going after. So if your goal is to own real estate, you do not put that money in the stock market. That is not the straight line. Straight line is putting it into a checking account and just piling money in, piling money in, piling money in, okay? And that is the straight line. Now, the peanut brain and the smart 25 to 35-year-old brain that has to disregard all fucking wisdom because their brain is still forming will disagree with that. And then they'll go do something different. And then they're shocked when it doesn't work. Now, there's reasons for wisdom. So there's reasons that some people will tell you things is they're just trying to be wise, okay? They're trying to give you a wise, if you don't stand in the road, you have a less likely chance of getting run over by a car. If you were to play football in the road, you could get run over. That's why your parents say, don't play in the road, okay? It's not that you can't play and have fun in the road. You very well could, but you could get run over by a car, okay? So that's why they tell you that. So if the goal is to own real estate, you want to straight line it. Straight line. If the goal is to build a dividend stock portfolio, straight line it. It's not go do this so I can get the money to do this. It's straight line, okay? Super important, super important. If you get the concept of the straight line, and if you stick to it over time, you're going to accelerate your wealth building and your position in life. You're going to take a lot less risk, and you're always going to be moving forward. The goal is to always try to get richer every day, okay? Now, this is right out of the book of science. This is what I say, you've got to read this book, The Science of Getting Rich. And it's not a one-time read. It's a read for the rest of your life. It's a constantly taking a verse, a scripture, a section, a paragraph, and meditating upon it. Thinking about it, okay? Now listen what it says. What chapter is this? This is the chapter 7 on gratitude. It says, the moment you permit your mind to dwell upon dissatisfaction, upon the things as they are, upon things as they are, you say, but Gerald, my stock account is down. The moment you permit your mind to dwell with dissatisfaction upon the things as they are, you begin to lose ground.
You fix attention upon the common, the ordinary, the poor, and the squalid and the mean. And your mind takes the form of these things. Then you transmit these forms and mental images to formless substance, and the common and the poor and the mean will become to surround yourself. Well, will come. To permit your mind to dwell upon the inferiors, to become inferior, and to surround yourself with inferior things. This is why I constantly try to stop people. They're like, oh, this stock is killing me. Shut up. Stop. Stop saying that stuff, man. Stop. And here's the main reason you have to stop talking like that. One is you're putting out into the universe that you're not capable of managing a lot. So if I'm a manager, if I give you something and I say, okay, here's this task. I want you to manage flipping this property for me. Here's our budget. Here's what you got to do. And you're all stressed out and you're like, oh, it's so hard. Guess what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to give you 2 of them. And so let's say that you had 10, let's say you had 30,000 and now your account's at 15,000 and you're like, guess what? We're not going to give you a fucking million because you can't even handle 30,000. So if 30,000 dropping down was stressful, what the fuck are you going to do with $1 million? You're going to commit suicide or some shit. So if you can't be trusted to handle a little bit, if 20 stocks stresses you out, then you don't get 40. If 2 properties stresses you out, you don't get 10. Okay? So if you're stressed with what you have now, good, you topped out. You don't get any more. I want you to sit and think about that. I meet people that are stressed out and they're like, oh, I'm down 12,000 this year. Really? Because I'm down 30,000 some days. Days. Meaning in one day, down more than you have in your entire account. And I don't talk like that. So you're never, see, if you can't handle, well, I'm down, if that bothers you and if that is painful, then you're telling the whole world and the universe that you can't handle anymore. That this is the most you can handle because it's so painful and so stressful that now you can't handle anymore. You're not going to get any more. So you don't get to can't even handle a stock portfolio. You don't get to live at the beach. You don't get to have beach condos. You're stressed out on the little bit of stocks you have. So, that's my message, man. That's my message. I can't take it anymore, man. I hear a lot of like, you got to nip it in the bud, man. When you hear people talking like that, man, you got to nip it in the bud. You can't let them be around you, man. Oh, this is so hard. Be quiet. Get away from me. You get away from me, man. Don't let them do it, man. Don't let them in your mind, man. I don't even like it in my group, man. I get pissed. You're ruining it for people like a virus. Like a virus. Like a virus. One man's foreclosure is another man's opportunity. One man's foreclosure is another man's opportunity. So that the stuff that's killing you is an opportunity for someone else. Right? Right or wrong? I don't know. You know, right or wrong, man. Right or wrong. So if the stock market has you bummed out, get out. You don't deserve to be in. You can't handle it. You've been given too much money to manage. That's why it's taken. Go away. Go do something else. Go do something you can handle. Now, if you can handle it, congratulations. The universe is going to give you more. You deserve to have more. Right? I put this on Instagram today. If you can't see it in your mind's eye and can't hold it and can't, whatever you focus on, whatever you can believe and see, and I don't mean for a little bit of time, man. I don't mean for a little bit of time. I mean, you refuse to let it go. You're fucking obsessed. You're obsessed. You're so obsessed the people around you are fucking nervous. They don't even like being around you. That's how you know someone's obsessed. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to be around someone. Can you imagine hanging out with Mozart, Da Vinci, You think Da Vinci didn't mention painting? What do you think? You think Da Vinci's fingers were covered in paint? You think Da Vinci had paint around him? You think Da Vinci talked about sculptures and painting, or do you think he kept it kind of quiet to himself and he was like, oh, this Sixtine Chapel is really killing me. It's a lot of work and I'm just so stressed and you think that's what he was doing? You think that's what Martin Luther King was doing? Right? When they were fucking sending him death threats? Yo, I can't go out there, man. They might shoot me. Oh, I don't want to go talk. They might shoot me. You think that's what he was working? No, man. No, man. No. They're fucking obsessed. So whatever you're obsessed with right now, that's what you're going to get. 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 Whatever you're obsessed with. So the reason that I accumulated a lot of stocks and a lot of dividend stocks is I'm fucking obsessed with them. You either are into stocks and talk about stocks, or your time around me is very limited. So I don't hang out with family a lot. Why? Because they're not talking about what I'm talking about. They're not thinking what I'm thinking about. So any time spent with them, I gotta guard, man. I gotta watch it, man. I gotta watch it. I gotta watch it, man. I gotta watch it. Right? I gotta watch it. And so I need to be obsessed. Right? And if you remember, what was it, about 2 years ago, I started posting on Instagram, I'm getting me a beach house. I'm going to buy a fucking beach house. And I just say it, write it down, put it on refrigerator, talk about it. And then I had to figure out, okay, how could I possibly do this? Okay, well, I need a lot of money. How can I do this? Straight line. What can I do to get the money to get the beach house? And so for 2 years, every week, I was putting money into a checking account. Now that money could have been invested. And as I'm putting it into a checking account, guess what's happening? Growth stocks are going up and up and up and up. Nope, straight line. I'm putting it into the checking account, putting it into checking account, putting it into checking account. Oh, and then I went and found a property to sell. Guess what's happening in the meantime? There goes Shiba. Shiba's running up. And man, if I would have just put all that money in Shiba, I could have already bought. No, straight line. Straight line. I'm not chasing. I'm not going sidetracking. I don't give a fuck what he bought. I don't care what that guy's doing. Straight line. I want a beach house. I need money. Straight line. Okay? So I'm not pulling from my dip. I'm like straight line. That's all I'm thinking about. What is the path that I can do it? Well, if I save up this much money and I sell this house, then I can do it. And that was it. That's the focus. Boom, boom. Now you say, well, if you put that in there and you made money over here, well, what if I don't? And if I don't, then I'm off the straight line. I'm off the straight line. If there's any risk at all, I'm off the straight line. I'm off the straight line. Squirrel. And most people, like he said, squirrel, most people are squirreling. Oh, squirrel. And they say, well, I want to buy a property. Then you put it into a checking account. And you build up the money and you go buy it. Straight line. And if you will lock in on this, what I'm saying, if you will lock in on this, I'm telling you, the world and people around you will try to pull you off. They'll say, oh, you'll be like, oh, I'm trying to do this. Oh, but did you see this? And they'll start to pull you. They'll start to pull you. This is why you got to be very, very careful of the people you're around, man. Some of you guys are in 5 and 6 Discord groups. Why? Seriously, why? Why? If you actually gave some input and actually, why would you even need to be in more than one? If you actually were part of the community, if you actually talked and shared and studied, if you studied to show, the Bible says study to show thyself approved, meaning you acted like you even fucking deserved to be in that group. Like you actually deserve to be there. I'm not talking about because you had a credit card and you made the payment. I mean, you actually deserve to be there, and people in that group knew who you were and fucking respected you. And when you posted something, everyone stopped and looked at it because they know you're not scattered. So most people show me a ticker. You know why I don't give a shit about your tickers? Because you're fucking scattered. You're in 9 fucking groups. So I really don't give a shit what you post or what you say. Because I know you're not committed, man. Most of the people that I talk to on a daily basis are not committed. They're not. They're committed to themselves. That's it. They're not committed to the group or to grow in it. They're committed to themselves. And as soon as something's better, boom, they're off to the other thing. As soon as someone's cooler, better looking, faster, looks quicker, boom, they're off to the other thing. Right? So yeah, no wonder, man. No wonder. And that shit takes time, man. It takes time to gain someone's respect. It takes time to be able to do that. And I do. We have people in our group that when they say something, I listen. I listen. Why? Because I know they're not full of shit. I know they're legit. They study. They go look. They're researching. They work there. They put effort into it. But you know what most of my day is? People just fucking, look at this ticker, look at this ticker, look at this ticker, look at this ticker. I don't give a fuck about your tickers. I really don't care, man. I don't care about anybody's tickers because you haven't done a fucking day's work looking at them. You've done nothing. You just go and look, oh, look, this was on Twitter. And they've done no fucking homework, so I have zero respect for any of the shit they post. None. Because I know the first fucking time that something hard in their life happens, they're out the door. They ain't even been trading 2 or 3 years. And that's the truth. That's the truth. And maybe I'm looking at you, and maybe you're feeling a little guilty right now. When you send me something, I should stop what I'm doing and look. That's what should happen. If you're my friend and you send me something, because there are people that when they send me something, I stop what I'm doing and I look. I go, uh-oh, my boy just sent me this. Because I know when he sends me something, it's not some bullshit he got in another group. It's legit. He's went and looked. He's not wasting my time. I know he's committed to the process. He's been through the ups and through the downs. He never speaks ill, never speaks negative. He's always positive and always looking for the opportunity. So when that guy speaks to me, I stop what I'm doing and I look. And I go, whoa, let me see. What's up, my man? What's up, my man? What's up, Chris? So earn that right, man. And sometimes, here's the thing, and I'm torn by this because I have to on one hand I have to market, and so I have to be open to talk to people. But I know that 99% of the time the people talking to me don't deserve my fucking attention at all. They put in no time, no work, got little skin in the game. They want something for nothing. All right, that's fine. They can have what it is, right? It is what it is. Here, boom, there you go. What's up, Chris? So. But every once in a while, people from that group rise in that group. All of a sudden, they turn their life around. All of a sudden, guess what? They're out of debt. All of a sudden, guess what? They're straight lining it. All of a sudden, guess what? They're researching and studying. They're getting that mindset right? They're not speaking negative. They're always speaking positive. They're not thinking like, oh, what about this? And they're not doing that, man. So every time, if you're in a group of people, every time you post some negative shit or some crying or some whining, you've lost the respect of everyone in your group and everyone around you, and you've told the universe that you're weak. You're weak, and you can't even handle the little bit that you have. So feel free, keep posting your negative shit. You're not hurting me any. I'm getting richer every day. I'm gonna get richer next week and the week after and the week out. I can't be stopped, man. I'm gonna keep getting richer. It is impossible to stop. And I'm not gonna be negative. The only thing I'm ever negative on is negative people. I hate it. I hate negative people. I hate people that complain, right? That is the only shit that I'm ever negative on. The only time I ever get pissed is because I'm pissed for you, man. I'm pissed you don't have more money. It pisses me. I wake up mad that my friends can't quit and come to the beach with me. You know why? Because they got fucking jobs. I've been telling them for 20 years to lose the job. Why you got a job, bro? Get out here and make money, man. You don't need a job. And now I'm at the beach on, what is today? What is it, Wednesday? I don't even know what fucking day it is. I don't care. It really doesn't matter what day it is. But you know why they can't do this? Because they haven't listened to me for 20 years. They've been scared. Oh, the market goes down. Well, what if the renters don't pay you? What if this? What if that? It's just one negative thing after. Oh, I can't do that because of my wife or this, or I got the kids. If they would ever just stop and make, you know what, bullshit. Life revolves around me and my money. Everyone's going to get on board or get off. You say, well, my wife don't want it. Maybe you need a new one, bro. I'm being real. Maybe you need a new wife. Maybe you need one that'll support you. But maybe the wife isn't the problem. Maybe you're always bullshitting and that's the problem. Maybe because you squirrel it all the time. You don't commit to anything and she knows that. She knows in 90 days you're going to be off to a new trading group. She knows in 90 days you're going to be off to a new idea. She knows in 90 days you're going to be doing something different. She knows you're full of shit. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe the reason your husband doesn't support you is he knows you're full of shit. He knows you're not going to commit to it. He knows you're talking bullshit because he's watched you jump from one thing after another, after another, after another, never committing. Never committing. Man, that's what I'm talking about, man. So you got to, hey, I don't know you, man. I don't know if you're committed, man. But I know this. I know this. I know this. The moment you permit your mind to dwell with dissatisfaction upon the things as they are, you begin to lose ground, man. You ever hear that phrase, walk as if and talk as though? Walk as if, talk as though. Now, some people call that fake it till you make it, whatever you want to call it, man. But the shit that you speak, the things you say, the things that come out of your mouth, man, come on, man. I have zero tolerance for it, especially on a public forum, man. How are you going to post something on a public forum for God, the universe, and everyone in your group to see that you're literally saying? So when a guy says, well, I'm down $12,000, and I'm like, dude, I'm down $30,000 in a single fucking day. If you're down 12 and you can't handle that, he's never going to give you $1 million. You wouldn't be able to handle it. You wouldn't be able to handle it. I was talking to a guy yesterday. He said, Gerald, be careful with that Airbnb. They ripped my couch. And I said, oh yeah? Did they tear it? He said, yeah, they tore my couch, man. I quit doing Airbnb. I said, you quit doing Airbnb because they tore your couch? He said, yeah. All right, bro, I can't talk to you no more. You too easily rattled. You too easily shaken. I can't be around you. You quit doing it because of a torn couch. That's all it took. Fuck, burn my couch down. They could take my couch, light it on fire, and throw it off the fucking rail. You think that's gonna make me stop doing this? They could burn the whole place down. I got insurance. And the guy said to me, but they tore my countertop. Oh really? Did they tear the countertop? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Did they? Oh my goodness. One rent buys you the new couch, baby. Not everyone's gonna tear your couch. One person told your couch. Most people stay, don't tear the couch. Most renters pay rent. So if you're gonna let one pushback, one problem, one this, then guess what? Yeah, you're never gonna have to. Why? How can one guy have 50 Airbnbs and that guy has one and he had to quit because one person or two or whatever it was fucked up the, so guess what? Good, you don't get 10 Airbnbs. You can't mentally handle it. So you get what you asked for. So what you're gonna have a year from now, 12 months from now, is the shit you're doing today. Where you're gonna be in 3 years is the shit you're doing today. I tell you where I'm gonna be. I'm pissed I only have one. I'm looking for my second one right now. I don't even know how I'm gonna get the money, to be honest. I don't know. Shit, I don't know how I'm gonna get the money. I'm looking, I'm thinking, how could I get the money? I know this though, if I keep asking, that whatever I ask for, I will receive. Bible says it. Like Muhammad said it. Jesus said it. Buddha said it. A lot of people said it. A lot of people smarter than me said it. So I just accept it. I'm just going to speak it. Talk as if, walk as though. Please, I need another one. I can handle this one. I already proved it to you. I proved to the universe I can handle this one. Can I have a second one, please, sir? Raise your hand. Hey, I would like to have more. Could I have some more? That's it. You ever been in church and they said, is anybody, raise your hand. That's it. Raise your hand, man. Raise your hand. The richest people in this world raise their hand. Oh, I'll do that. Well, what about, yeah, I'll do that. You know what? Burn my couch. You can burn my couch. If you want to pay me $300 a day to stay here, every once in a while, if somebody wants to get drunk, puke over the thing and burn my couch, that's cool. I know where they sell couches. I'll buy a new one. I'll buy a new one. I mean, that's it. That's all it took. So ask yourself sometimes, what does it take to keep you out, man? Man, it takes a lot to keep me out. I mean, a lot. They just got to keep beating me down. I don't know what to say, man. Till at some point, they just take it away. They just, I don't know what to say, man. Like, you got to refuse to let them take it from you, man. You got to refuse, man. I was telling somebody the other day, a kid said, man, what do you think about selling Uber? And I said, cool, how many shares you want to sell me? He said, what do you mean? I said, you want to sell Uber? I'm buying Uber. How many shares you want to sell me? Oh, man, but man, the gas prices, and it just keeps going down. I said, listen, I know you're like 26, so let me let you in on some shit in the world. Let me let you in on how this works. Good things only go on sale when there's problems. I just gave you a secret. We could make this into an ebook. It's a very short ebook. It's about a paragraph. Good things go on sale when there's problems. If you want to get rich, you have to assume, drum roll, problems. Raise your hand. Problems. I need problems. Give me some more problems. Give me some of those couch problems where they're puking off the rail and burning my couch. Give me some of those problems. Give me some of those problems. My dad used to say, you don't want to buy property. They'll call you at night. I said, what do you mean? He said, renters, they're going to call you at night. Good. He's like, what do you mean? Good. That means I own it. That means I'm the owner. Call me, man. Call me. Let me know. Give me a call. You know? Here's what my dad forgot. You ain't got to answer. If my renters call me at night, they're going to get a voice message. I'm going to answer it when I feel like answering it, which would be the next day. There's nothing that's going to get me out of bed. They say, well, what if the house is on fire? I got insurance. He said, but what if they tear your couch? I got insurance on the couch too. Well, what if they don't pay you? I got my buckets right. I got money in savings. I'll file for eviction. Like, there's no problem that can't just be solved with logic, man. Like, we can get ahead of every problem right now, right? Those aren't the things that are going to hold you back. What's going to hold you back is you. You got to raise that hand, man. I'm telling you, this is the exact thing how you kick alcohol, right? Or how you kick drugs, right? Like, what do they tell you in those programs? You got to admit it, man. I got a problem, man. I got a problem. I'm an alcoholic, right? Isn't that what they do? They make everyone, until you say those words, until you say, hey, right here, my name's Gerald Peters and I'm an alcoholic. Until you do that, they tell you, we can't help you. That's pillar number 10, take full responsibility. And until you do, they can't help you, man. They can't help you. Until you say, hey, I'm broke, man, and I need some money. Lord, I need some money. And you say, well, I'm not into God. Well, whoever, universe, Buddha, whatever, whoever you're into. And maybe you don't need to be into anybody. Maybe it's just you saying it out loud. I talk out loud all the time. I've been doing this thing. You know, I'm a big believer that arts, it could be different for you. Man, it could be different for you. Like, maybe we got a guy in the Money Flow gang. He's a rapper. I love that shit, man. And we got people that are painters and artists, and I've had people send me pictures and that they draw, and I love that, because that everyone should have some kind of art. And it could be, like, for me, a little bit of my art is Instagram, like talking and writing and putting out books. But my first art, my first quote art that helped me relax and take my mind off of my job and real estate was the stock market. Like, stocks were my art. And I was trying to create a strategy and a system that I could follow for the rest of my life, that I could believe in, and I would just stick to it, and I wouldn't be shaken. And you can't shake me off the money flow, man. I don't care what anybody else I cannot be shaken. This is the bedrock foundation principle that I follow till I die. I already settled it. And that became my art. Well, at a certain point, all right, I know that. I have it internalized. It's second nature to me. I don't need to keep trying to learn it or any, it's second nature. As a matter of fact, I teach it, right? So guitar was one for me. It was just a creative outlet. You need a creative outlet, man. You need a creative outlet. They teach that too, people trying to get off drugs and off of, a lot of things, because it gives you a down moment for your mind. It could be entrepreneurship, right? So I've been doing this thing with the harmonica now. I just one day heard a guy play, I was like, man, I want to do that, man. That's cool. And I've been in New Orleans, and it's a very bluesy, jazzy kind of thing going on there. And I was like, cool, man, I could do that. So one of the things I've been doing is the moment I can make some decent sounds, I just go out in public, man, on the street there, and I just fucking play. Guess what? That shit's embarrassing. Like, people walk by and be like, God damn, this dude ain't that good. Like, right? Well, guess what? I've been doing it day after day after day for like, I don't know how many months now, and I'm getting better and better and better and better. What am I doing, man? I'm putting myself out there, raising my hand. Man, I'm like, hey, I want to play in front of people, so I'm just gonna play now. I know it don't sound, but I'll get better. And I just practice and I play and I practice out on the street a lot, man. I just play out on the street. And guess what? One thing that's happening, I really don't give a shit if people are watching or listening. Like I'm getting immune to it. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? That's helping me, man. That's me raising my hand and saying, here's what a lot of people do. They keep it secret. They keep it secret. Here's what I mean. I want everyone that walks by me, everyone that comes by me, everyone that gets to know me, everyone that talks to me to go, doesn't that dude play harmonica? Why? All of a sudden, that's going to open doors. All of a sudden, that's going to open up like, so yesterday I'm out there, not yesterday, last week I'm playing. And I see this homeless guy beelining for me. You can tell when people are homeless, right? He's beelining for me. He goes, hey man, I see you out here. Here. And he hands me this thing. He hands me a harmonica. And I look at it and it says New Orleans Special, Custom, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, he goes, I found it. I'm like, nah, man, like sell it or you keep it, man. He goes, nah, I can't play. I like the way you play. Play it for me when I come by. Gives it to me. Obviously, I had to put steam clean that shit. But my point is, here's a guy who doesn't even know me, but he's come by and seen me. What am I doing? Walking as if, talking as though. I'm putting it out there, right? I'm putting it out there. Putting it out there. Do that with your stocks. Do that with, if you're trying to get financial freedom. I used to say this all the time, man. I need 10 houses. I have one house, I need 10. And then I got to 3 houses, I'd say 10. I wouldn't say 7, I'd keep saying 10. I need 10. I need 10 houses. Everyone I meet, they go, what do you do? I said, I'm a YouTuber, Instagrammer. And guess what happens when I tell them that? I don't tell them now, I'm a real estate investor, I'm a stock trader. I don't even tell them that anymore. Here's what I tell them. I'm a YouTuber, I'm an Instagrammer. And they go, oh. You know what the next question is? If you met me and you go, hey, we were talking, and I tell you I'm a YouTuber, what's your next question? What's your YouTube handle, right? What's your Instagram handle? It's the next question, man, right? Boom. Guy's gonna follow me. I don't want to talk to the dude if he doesn't want to follow me. What's the point? Right? What's the point, man? So what is that? I'm telling anybody that'll listen, here's what I'm about. Here's me. This is what I'm about. Right? This is just concepts. Right? These are just concepts, ideas. And I try to do these in my mind. And sometimes like my wife will be like, don't say that. Like, that's embarrassing. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care if that She's like, when we go to this party, don't tell everybody you're a real stock investor. Don't tell them about your like, she's trying to keep me from like, well, I don't need to go then, I guess. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna tell everybody that listens. And if they hang around me long, I'm gonna ask them, what are you investing in, man? And almost without certainty, you know what they say? Nothing. And I said, that don't scare you? How old are you, man? And I just point blank to people, how old are you? 29. And you ain't got no money invested? No. You like being broke? That's my next question. And then my wife would be like, that's rude. I know. I'm trying to save him. You can't save this kid being polite. Shit, everybody's polite to him and he's broke. That ain't gonna work. Wake up, man. Wake up, man. Like I'm trying to save this kid's life, man. What are we gonna? If I don't, he's gonna be 50 years old voting fucking to take my money. Like, I need to help him, man. Trying to get him rich. Yeah, man. I like to do that with young people with nice cars. I'll be like, hey, that's a nice car you got, man. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, how much that car cost? I'm telling you, people get mad when I do this. Me and the professor were doing it on, we were doing this on Urban Street, just asking strangers, hey man, you own any Bitcoin? And they'd be like, no. And I'd say, why not? Why not, man? Why don't you own any Bitcoin? I was like, your thumbs don't work? It's too complicated? You can't push buttons? Oh, I just haven't thought about it. I was like, you don't want to, I mean, think of all the dumb, and this is where people will start getting mad. I go, think of all the dumb shit you think about on a daily basis. Like how many times you think about some girl's boobs walking by. How many times you think about this and that. How many just dumb shit do you think about on a daily basis? And you don't think you should spend a couple minutes thinking about Bitcoin? Then they just stare at you like you just blew their mind. I'm like, you spend so much time doing dumb shit every day, and yet you don't spend any time at all on Bitcoin. What if you're wrong? What if you're wrong, bro? What if you're wrong, right? And they don't know what to do with that, man. Part of that, though, helps me. It keeps me confronting people, man, pushing up against them. And is that boldness? I don't know, maybe. But you know what it really is? It's about me, man. I want to be bold in my own convictions. I don't want to be a secret Bitcoin owner. It's like, oh, it's a secret. You know what I mean? People at a party, like I'm at a party the other day, there's this doctor there, and he's like, oh, Bitcoin is a scam. And I was like, really? Do you know who invented Bitcoin? And he's like, no. So you don't even know who invented it, but you think it's a scam. So I just started calling him out. Kind of rude, kind of polite. And I go, do you know what year Bitcoin came out? He's like, no. And I was like, do you know like how the transactions happen do you understand what the concept of Bitcoin mining is? And he's like, no. And I was like, so far you can't answer a single thing about Bitcoin, but you've already passed judgment that it's a scam. You base that on what? Because you don't seem to know shit. That tends to make people mad, right? That's just like, but what is that? That's me pushing back. Because why? This guy's a doctor, dude. He has a fucking PhD in medical, like in, you know, science and medicine. You don't think that'll fuck with your mind? You're like, all right, first off, I didn't even go to college. Here's a guy with a PhD, and he's saying that what I'm doing is stupid. I either got to confront that, like immediately, or, you know, maybe it's gonna leave room in my head. So I don't want any room in my head. I try to confront everything like that, man. Oh, fuck you, dude. Like, you may think you're smart, but you ain't, man. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. And so I responded, you know, I told him, I was like, man, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. I hope you don't practice medicine like that. I hope you don't practice medicine without actually doing any research. I hope you actually look to see if the pills you're subscribing are fucking even good or should be done. I mean, is that how you do it at your office? You guys just randomly do shit? You just make decisions without research and looking? And he's like, well, of course. Well, then don't do it in fucking finance, man. Like, use your head, man. You wouldn't do that with anything else. Why the hell are you doing that with Bitcoin? So that's for me, you know? And that's where the wife will be like, oh my God, why do you do this? I'm like, well, I can't let that shit pass, man. I can't let it pass. That's for me, man. I got to push back on that for me. You don't get to speak that shit in my space and then I don't respond. What's up, Matt? You dirty bastard. Hey, Matt, if you take your shirt off, I'll go live with you. I fucking did. That was funny. First year, they laugh at you. Third year. Most people feel uncomfortable talking about money, and that's sad. They really do, man. That's why I like Matt. He likes to talk about money, man. All my friends, I try to surround my friends with people that like to talk about it. I get it. You got some lifelong friends. They might not, man. But I do. Dude, I'm going to tell you something else I do. I tell everyone I know, I just bought a beach house. People get mad, too. I can tell. I'll be like, hey, let me show you pictures. They were like, they think you're bragging. I'm not bragging. I'm trying to show you what's possible. That's it, man. I'm trying to show you what's possible. Have you ever gotten a call on margin? For sure. I've blown out 3 margin accounts. That's why I ain't got no fucking sympathy for you guys that blow all your money out on margin. Good for you. I've blown out 3 of them. I lost about $70,000 trading on margin between futures, Forex, and fucking options. I lost about 70 grand. And here's the good thing. Here's the funny thing. Is it took me about 7 years to get across to realize that margin is gonna kill you every time, guys. You've got your big trading account should not be on margin at all. And if you've lost a bunch of money on this pullback on margin, well, you learned your lesson. So what do you do now? You raise your hand, you accept responsibility. I was the dumbass that was sitting on margin, and I learned my lesson. and now you get back to work. Here's what you don't do: turn sour on the market. And you know how many people I've met is like, oh, I lost all my money in 2008. And I'm like, okay, well, that was like 14 fucking years ago, and the S&P's gone straight up since. So if you'd have just got back on the horse and just started investing the next day, you would have 14 years of investments right now. So why didn't you do that? Well, I was feeling so bad. Well, here's what you do. When you blow out an account, you just get back to it. You go, why did that happen? Let's not do that again. And you go back to saving, and you build up your account and you move on, right? So take your little week, go cry about it, get all sad, and then here's what you do. Stop taking days off, go save the money back, and get back in the game. That's the only thing you can do, man. I've had like 5 businesses go out of business. Like, we were killing it, and then we weren't, right? We were doing great, and then we weren't. I've had websites that I was making money with that they just stopped working. That's called fucking life. It was a prison guard, then I wasn't. I had a lawn care business, then I didn't. Like, that's called life. And you're gonna have a lot of problems in life, man. That's just part of life. Loaded up on BX, nice short swing. Ooh, good move, man. Good move. So here's what I do. Let me tell you how I handle margin. I'll tell you how I handle it for everybody out there. I have a main trading account. No margin, no options, just cash. I've been putting money in that account for like 20 years. I put money in, and in that account, I try to buy good things. Ubers, Lyfts, Teledocs, Snaps, Pinterest. Now, they can go up and down, but they're all legit businesses, okay? And then I have a margin account, and I have one right now, and I've taken a nice little hit in that bad boy. But in that margin account, I can day trade, I can trade options, I can do all the crazy shit that I want to do. And I fully realized that account could blow out. If I got it wrong, I could blow out, right? And I just accept that, and I try to use basic portfolio risk management and do the best I can, but I realize I'm leveraged. And then I have another leveraged account that only trades triple leveraged funds. TMF, UPRO, TQQ, everything in this account. I have some Bitcoin now. I added a little Bitcoin to that. It's a triple leveraged portfolio. I put money in that account every single fucking day. What's up, Ashton? See you, bro. I put at least $25 every single day into a triple leveraged portfolio. So right now, it's going nice today. It's in the TQ, the UPRO, and it's all triple leveraged funds. When that goes down, it goes way down. It ain't going to zero. The Qs aren't going to zero. UPRO's not going to zero. The TMF US bonds are not going to zero. And I just put money in that shit all the time. Whenever it's down, I'm loading it up. If it rips and goes into a stage 2 breakout and is moving higher, I stop adding to it, but I just put money in the account and I don't add to any of the positions, and I let it build up and I wait on a pullback. And I've been doing that for a while. I called that for a while. I called it the what was I calling it? The Sky Dweller Fund. I was going to use it to buy a Rolex. So I separate these things. So my dividend account is separated. So I have a SEP IRA. I got about 300,000 in that. All dividend stocks except one, ARK. The only non-paying dividend stock in that 300 grand is ARK. Okay? Now, I have an IRA. The IRA has all of my energy stocks: Chevron, Conoco, Energy Transfer Partners, MLPX, ETRN, and it has some energy, some Duke, I've been adding to that for 20-something years. So if oil gets smashed, that account, straight down. If oil's doing good, straight up, right? And that's how I built my accounts, man. And so I have them separated by what they do. They each have a mission. So total, there's 3 dividend accounts: IRA in my name, IRA in the wife's name, a SEP IRA that I use for my business, right? And then I have a margin account that's just triple leverage margins. So if that shit blows out, it doesn't affect my IRA. My mindset is different when I'm looking at them. Some days I don't even log into the dividend stocks. There's no reason. I do now because of you guys, but if it's just me, I don't need to log in. I'll log in. Did I get a dividend? If I do, I'll post it. It allows me to separate. If you put it all in one big jabungle, to me, it messes with my mind. Let's see. Can you invest in option stock in your IRA? You can, but I don't. I would not want to. For me, the IRA is about dripping those dividends. Just letting it run, man. I have a stock, me and one of the guys from the Money Flow gang, we were, Dr. Will, we were talking about this. One of our stocks in our buy and hold, and a lot of the people in the Money Flow gang we have the same buy and hold stocks, right? And one of our stocks is called Pennant, PNNT, pays an 8 to 10% dividend yield. This is a business development company. They take the money and they loan it on the street, okay? And you get about an 8 to 10% dividend yield. During the COVID crash, this stock fell from $7. I had 1,000 something shares, getting a pretty good dividend, about 180, 200 bucks, something like that. It fell to $1.50, $1.50. Matter of fact, it never stopped paying dividends. At $1.50, it paid me a dividend. Now it was already paying 8% at $7. It fell to $1.50, and when it paid me the dividend bought me over 100 shares. Today, the company's trading at like $8 or $9. So the dividend payment that I received in the March COVID low, that bought me 100 and something shares, has gone up 7x. Think about that. The dividend went from 100 something to that dividend payment is about $1,000. That only happened because I had the courage to stay, and the conviction to stay with my investments. So I didn't give up on the company. I didn't cry, this is killing me. It wasn't killing me, it was giving me an opportunity, man. Thank fucking God that happened. I needed to go from $7 to $1.50. I needed that to happen, man. And when that happened, guess what? The dividend, PNT was buying me, and guess what I started doing? Buying. Not crying, buying. Not crying, buying. Not crying, buying. Buying. And guess what now? Oh, now it's one of my largest positions. $7 falls to $1.50. $7 falls to $1.50. What were we doing? Buying. Why? Right? Conviction. So, oh man, to get those days back. So when I see people complain, I can't understand it. And all I can think when I hear it is, man, it's unfortunate for you that you're always going to be poor, because the universe is never going to give you money because you can't handle this little pullback. How are you ever going to handle a lot of money? What if you had $2 million and you were down $1 million? What then? You know, guy, well, I'm down 12,000, I'm down 10,000. Nobody gives a shit. There's people down 10 million today. If you had $1 billion in the stock market, your account would be going up down millions, man. Shit, I wish I was down $1 million today. I wish I was down $1 million right now. That's a different way of thinking, right? Thank goodness, man. Good you're down 15, man. Some people are only down 5. You know why? Because they ain't got no money. So their account's only down 5 because they didn't have much in. So when you get what I'm saying? The moment you begin to look like that, man, life changes for you, man. Life changes for you, man. Yeah, that robot box is looking good, for sure. Well, man, I probably need to get to work, man. I appreciate you guys listening. Anything I could do to help you, let me know. Let me know. If you don't have a Money Flow shirt, stop coming on my lives. I don't trust you. Should I be putting a certain percentage of 401k through Vanguard instead of using their default retirement? Yeah. Any sort of target date to me is just dumb. Why would you want a target date? Just put all your money into, you don't need bond, like just put it all into the S&P 500. If I had a thing at retirement and people were matching me, I would just put it into S&P 500, period. What's up, Mike? I would just put it into, that's what I would do. I would just put it all into the S&P and just let it be. I see, what is it? Elite Grisby. Interesting name, man. Yeah, the market closed. I'm guessing the Dow closed up 600. Did it? I was saying I hate it. I hate green opens. Today went the other way. We went up, so that's good. You bought a badge. There you go. You bought a badge. I'll forgive you, sir. But get a damn shirt, man. What's wrong with you, man? Get a shirt. Let the world see. I'll get a lot of people asking me about these Money Flow Gang hoodies. I get people too that ask me. Other people ask me, what does that mean? Let me tell you. Can you save this live? Yeah, I might save it. I'll save it. I'll put it. But I'm not going to keep it on the main page. It looks a little dark. The YouTube one looks dark. Hopefully you can hear me on YouTube. I can't even read the comments, so let's see. I can't read the comments. Yeah, bonds have been broken. I'm still in bond position, but they haven't been doing good. I'm also in the China trade. That's been pretty bad as well. I have a pillar mug. Yeah, that's cool. Nice. What are other dividend stocks? Go read my newsletter, bro. You can see my whole portfolio. Go to thepetersreport.com. You can see all my stocks. They're right there. When the mug comes back in stock, you gotta better be. Oh, the mug's out of stock. Yeah, I'm in the yen. That's been a painful trade. To use everybody else's words. Oh, it's so painful. Oh, it's killing me. It's killing me. It's killing me at the beach. The man, I need a screen record. Oceanfront view reserved for the mighty. That is true, man. These are hard to get, bro. I'm trying to figure out how to get my second one, man. He says, I'm 19. What's some advice you can give me at this age? One, realize that your brain is still growing. It's still growing, man. It's still growing. Don't take on any debt, dude. Watch out for, don't spoon with a lot of girls, man. Watch out for women, they'll keep you broke. Same for women. Watch out for men, they'll keep you broke. You're 19, man. You got a lot of time. I wouldn't really worry. If I was 19, I wouldn't worry about investing. I'd worry about making money. That's what you need to worry about. Making money, not investing. Making money. And leave your mom and dad. Stop sucking on your mama and leave. Leave, man. That's what I would do. Leave the fucking state. Move so far away, they're like, where'd he go? I used to have a son. Where did he go? Leave your mom and dad. Stop letting them fucking pay for your shit and move, bro. That's what you should do. Move. Move. Like, go to Des Moines, Iowa and buy properties. Stop being a little bitch. Like, seriously, that's what I would do if I was 19. That's what I did. I would leave. Leave your parents and go away. And don't make any decisions based on any girls. Jesus. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it's fine, man. The VII, whatever. I mean, as long as it's an S&P 500 fund, it's good. But seriously, if I was 19, I would only be thinking about one thing, buying real estate. I wouldn't worry about stocks. I would be worrying about real estate, and I would move and I would work. That's what I would do. I don't see any point in investing right now. I would move and I would try to figure out how to make money. 8 months in on my first mortgage, I owe it. Oh, you Money Flow Gang. Oh, very cool, very cool. That's what I would do, man. That's what I would do. If I was living anywhere where it was really expensive, I would move to an area where it's not that expensive. How long until you see a turn in the market? In what market? Once you get to know me, bro, you're gonna know I hate that fucking question. When do you think the housing market's gonna crash? I don't give a fuck. I don't spend any time thinking about it. Zero. Ask me how long I spend worried about the real estate market coming down. Fucking zero. Zero. I don't give a shit at all. None. None. Like, the only time I even think about it is when you guys ask me about it. Here's what I do. I try to buy houses all the fucking time. Every day I want a house. Like every month, every year I want a house, man. I just want fucking houses. And I want to spend the rest of my life looking for houses, not looking for fucking reasons not to buy a house. Like, so when somebody says, when do you think that, who gives a fuck? Buy a house, man. You think, here's the problem. Let's say it does turn and the market does come down. They're not going to finance you. when the market crashes, banks don't finance fucking investors, guys. So when the market does come down and houses prices do come down, they're not giving you a loan. So what good is it, you know? So just go look now, man. Look now. Like, you should just be looking. Don't even worry about when the house. Try explaining this to my dad. Don't worry about it. Just buy properties. Because when the market turns, they're not going to loan you money because the banks are at risk too. They don't want to loan money into a fucked up market. Did we go over GPS today already? No. I mean, no, we're talking about the gap, dude? No, I ain't looking at the gap. There you go, Doug. I like that idea. Be even more hardcore if you slept in your truck, bro. I'd like that. Twin Falls, Idaho, where there's a man for every man, where there's 3 men for every man. Twin Falls, Idaho. So if you're not into girls, that's the place to go. I moved out at 17 years old. I was but as naked in the shower when I soon realized, darn, I need a shower curtain. I'm teasing. Anybody from... I'm teasing about the twin folks. That may not be true, although I think it is. That may not be true. Doug, go to Des Moines, man. Go look in Des Moines. I'm looking for my... That's where I'm probably going to buy my apartment building. Probably, not for certain. Probably. Women will make you poor. Hey, on the same token, man, men will make women poor, man. I know a lot of women they're out there trying to grind, want to work extra, want to sell shit, want to start the side business, want to get going in real estate, and their husbands just want to sit on the couch. Their husbands just want to do their job, come home, have a beer, and watch television, watch football on Sunday, watch the game on Saturday. Some of you guys got enough time, you can just fucking hang out with your friends on Saturday and watch fucking college football. I don't know what that's like, man. That must be awesome for you poor guys out there. For all you broke folks that can just sit around watching fucking football all day. I don't know what that's like, but it sure looks fun. Maybe one day I can be broke like you and do that. Fucking terrible watching rich people get richer. We're all just gonna sit here on the couch and watch rich people get richer. Let's see what that's like. We wasted 5 hours. Now what? Exactly. There's plenty of motivated women for sure. Let's see. I know, I just pissed everybody off. Some of you guys sit there, you watch 18 basketball games a week, and be like, I can't find no properties. Yeah, no shit. You know more about basketball than you do real estate. Duh. Of course you can't find any. The universe will give you what you want, man. Rich people get richer. The universe will give you what you want, man. Let's see. That's it. That's all I got, man. You guys be good. Appreciate you.